Hi everyone, this is the introduction to our latest National Coordinator Circular. The intention this time is to try to improve things a little bit and see if we can maybe increasingly do these also as some form of podcast. So that's why I just want to highlight a couple of the things that are being addressed in this circular. The first thing is, of course, that the board recently met in Bogota, in Colombia, and it took a number of different decisions. I guess the most important ones relate to validation. I think when it comes to validation, the first thing to say is just how exciting it is to see how well the new methodology seems to work. I think it is capturing, identifying and making us understand the impact, the way the EITI is contributing to reforms in many of your countries, and it is doing that in a very good way. Of course, we all knew when we embarked on these new changed rules that it would be a bit more complicated to communicate, in the sense that we don't, of course, have as before the old system of either candidate or compliant. Now, of course, we have a ladder of different forms of progress. And having applied that, we are extremely pleased that Ghana, Mauritania, and São Tomé and Príncipe have all made meaningful progress. We have seen some countries that didn't quite reach as far. Kyrgyz Republic, the Solomon Islands, Tajikistan, and Azerbaijan have all been deemed to have made inadequate progress and are therefore suspended. In the case of Azerbaijan, of course, there's been they were in a different situation. It was they'd come further, and given that the board found that they hadn't made their corrective actions, they consequently took the decision to withdraw from the ITI. We hope that they will soon come back and that the ITI's door is always open. There are a number of you that are now preparing for validation, including, of course, Liberia, Niger, Norway, and Mali. And it's great to see how our colleagues are working together on those countries. There's a lot of other things in this National Coordinator Circular. While in Bogota, our chair, Fredrik Reinfeldt, and I met with President Santos of Colombia and a number of others there, and you'll find some write-up about the progress and how the Colombians are also working on beneficial ownership disclosure. So that's been great to see. Another thing I want to mention is, of course, that we have a new progress report, and I know that many of you have seen this. It is now available in, I believe, 4 languages: Spanish, French, Russian, and in English. And it's available in print and it's available online. This report has as a key focus beneficial ownership disclosure, and that's great. And there's a lot of information about progress you're making in turning the roadmaps into reality. Above and beyond that focus in the progress report, it also has a lot of stories from your countries about impact. So those that are keen to see how the ITI is contributing to change, we can really recommend that you start such a conversation by looking at the progress report. A couple of other things in this circular, very quickly. I need to remind you about the annual progress reports. That is your own, of course, annual reports. And the deadline is, as always, at the middle of the year, beginning 1st of July. We are also covering a couple of thematic issues in the circular by project reporting, and the board here decided in Bogota that the ITI from now on will require, with some phasing in, project by project reporting. I think that's a great step forward for the ITI. There is an update on mainstreaming where that is happening, and also an inventory, if you like, on contract transparency. So a lot of thematic things that are covered in a good way in this circular. Lastly, I also want to tell you that we worked hard here in Oslo, maybe a little bit too hard sometimes, and to be able to support you even better, hopefully in the future, we have the means to recruit a couple of senior colleagues, and you will find the job advert and the terms of reference for that is all online. So if you are interested or know anyone who's interested in applying for any of those 4 positions here at the Secretariat, please pass them around or check it out. Once again, many thanks, and we hope you'll enjoy this circular and be in touch.